In a new documentary, scientists reveal that a site in the Nile Delta in Egypt may provide new clues to the final resting place of the famous Queen Cleopatra. Archaeologists focus their attention on the site of the ancient Abusir Palace near the city of Alexandria. The discovery of the ancient Egyptian city of the dead reveals unparalleled scary secrets. Their research will be revealed on the Science Channel in a documentary called Cleopatra, Sex, Lies, and Secrets, which premieres June 21 at 8 p.m. ET. Scientists are working on excavations at the site of Abusir Palace, or as it is known, Top Osiris Magna, just 60 miles from Cairo, in the hope of revealing the mystery behind this elusive queen. In Egypt, on the edge of the Nile Delta, massive archaeological excavations are underway as experts search for the tomb of Egypt's most famous pharaoh, says the Science Channel. And she added, a new theory about Cleopatra's tomb, presented by archaeologist Dr. Kathleen Martinez, indicates that her tomb can be found in a place known as Top Osiris Magna. Cleopatra was the last queen in Egypt and is one of the most famous rulers in history. She is famous for marrying Roman Emperor Julius Caesar. Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra in the 1963 Hollywood movie. The queen committed suicide in 53 BC, after being arrested by the Roman ruler Octavian in the Egyptian city of Alexandria. According to legend, Cleopatra instructed her servants to smuggle venomous snakes into her makeshift cell, some of which she let to death. Archaeologists have not found Cleopatra's tomb, but they believe it is located somewhere near Alexandria. The city surrounding the temple of the same name, Abu Sur, just outside Alexandria, was a prominent port city during Cleopatra's reign. A surprising discovery inside the coffin of a 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummy. The land of Top Osiris Magna was built over 2,000 years ago, full of hidden passages and tombs, said the Science Channel. And she continued, when experts amazingly uncover an unobtrusive tomb decorated with gold leaf, this may be the answer to the 2,000-year-old mystery of Cleopatra's last rest. Cleopatra VII was born in 70 or 69 BC and ruled Egypt as co-regent for nearly 30 years. After her death, Egypt was annexed by the Romans, effectively ending the 3,000-year-old ancient Egyptian empire. Pharaohs often built huge tombs to be buried in, but given her status as a prisoner of Rome at the time of her death, Cleopatra was likely quietly buried in a miserable tomb. Lost tombs in Egypt. Where was Ptolemaic Queen Cleopatra buried? One of the lost tombs in Egypt, which represents a great mystery for archaeologists, is the tomb of the Ptolemaic Queen Cleopatra, and it is believed that the burial place is near Alexandria in Egypt. According to the Roman historians Suetonius and Plutarch, the Roman general Augustus allowed them to be buried together after he defeated them, and the surviving children were taken to Rome to grow up as Roman citizens. 10 years ago, many archaeological reports came out that the excavation work carried out by the mission of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, headed by Dr. Zahi Hawass, in the Top Osiris area in Borj al Arab, confirmed that the archaeological evidence on the roof on the eastern side of the temple that was built for the worshippers of the Holy Trinity Isis, Osiris and Horus, confirms the existence of the tomb of Queen Cleopatra. However, other than the Abu Sur area, there are many archaeologists who believe that the tomb of the Egyptian queen existed in places different from what was announced by Dr. Zahi Hawass. According to the book Alexandria, the Library and the Academy in the Ancient World by the writer Muhammad Abdul-Munaim Amr, the tomb of Cleopatra and Onunius was not far from the tomb of Alexander, as it was mentioned that it is located near the eastern wall of the Isis banquet in Beluja in Alexandria, and that what confirms the presence of Alexander's tomb in Alexandria is what Plutarch mentioned, that the golden sarcophagus, which was it contains the body of the great conqueror, which was taken by Ptolemy XI in the year 101 BC, and a glass coffin was placed in its place. It was also mentioned that Cleopatra, in an era of drought, plundered the treasures found in the tombs of her fathers and grandfathers, including Alexander himself. While the writer Allah Khalid, in his book Faces of Alexandria, sees the tomb of Queen Cleopatra, it may be in the Chain area located on the Corniche of Alexandria, which was within the royal quarter in the Ptolemaic times. The archaeologist Allah al-Shat confirmed, in previous press statements, the prevailing opinion of archaeologists that the cemetery and the rest of the tombs of the Ptolemaic kings are located in the royal neighborhood that is currently located in the central neighborhood of Alexandria, because of its important characteristic for the location of royal palaces and theaters such as Qom el-Dika, the Roman theater, and the famous baths, so it is possible that the cemetery is located in a central neighborhood, which is what Dr. Ezek Katis, professor of Greco-Roman antiquities at Alexandria University, tends to. Also, Dr. Abdul Halim Nuruddin, professor of Egyptian antiquities at the Faculty of Archaeology, Cairo University, believed that if there were suggestions, it could be in ancient Alexandria and not on the northern coast. As for the archaeologist, Muhammad Ali Saeed, he believes that the Abu Sur area is the closest to having Cleopatra's tomb, as many artifacts and texts were found indicating the possibility of the Egyptian queen's tomb being there.